Hey guys, TakuyaSugi here with a new hero on Korean Lost Saga. This is hero 165, Predator. So it's not the Predator you're thinking of, you know, the raw kind of Predator. It's based off the Predator armor and this helmet here, if you're familiar with this stuff. This stuff's kind of oldish and I've seen it around quite a bit. So let's check him out here. So it is a rare hero. You'll have to buy it with cash options usually. So 4 hit basics, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th hit will do a nice little stun feint. You can jump cancel the first 3 hits of this basic as well, which is nice. You cannot jump cancel the 4th hit, however, so keep that in mind. These basics will actually lift off your feints. And the 3rd hit off the lift will actually do a little mini bounce down, but if you try to do the reset, it's just going to do a small mini bounce down. But yeah, if you do the 4th hit off the air pickup, it's going to do a nice little knockback for a quick edge. So pretty good stuff there. Let's see. Yeah, that's it with the basics. I get my mind wrapped around something. I'm like, that's cool. Okay, let me show you really quick. The movement on this is actually pretty darn decent. It moves you forward quite a bit, and the last hit has a little bit of range to it. So not the most range on the last hit, but it's pretty decent. So to the hold D, you utilize your gun here. You use the targeting reticle. Once you have someone locked, it kind of, you know, strafes around them a little bit. If you don't have someone locked, it's a 360-degree aim. You can kind of fire in a general direction, but usually you'll lock on to someone with this. If you fire, it's going to use 1 meter of your passive, and it does up to 5 shots. So pretty nice there. The 5 shots, little pulses on them. If you hold D in between these shots, it will do a little drop damage bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5th hit's a knockdown. The initial hits are just like little flinches and stuff. So pretty cool there, pretty cool. So you probably just saw the drop damage one. So the drop damage one is pretty fun. It pulses out, it takes a little delay, but it does a little bomb, drops down on someone, then does the drop damage. This will actually break guard, so let me go ahead and show it on ice here really quickly. So you got someone icebound. There you go. There's your nice little setup out of your ice. You can juggle off that very easily. It's very cool. They do get quick rise stats off of that, however, so keep that in mind. It's not going to, you know, just keep them down from standing and let you do it again. The hold D, also off your hold D, if you don't have someone locked on, it's just going to travel a set distance, so it's not going to put it where you always want it. It has to be locked on to someone to do the bomb part, so it's going to carry a set distance unless you have someone locked on. Show how the lock on works versus a set of people. So there you go, you kind of switch around, and the bonus behind this pulsing is that it actually pierces, it penetrates and hits the people behind them, so that's really nice right there as well. And we're not done with the hold D yet. You can dash cancel this as well. So dash canceling, it will rush you forward, you'll launch someone up, and then the ship will be summoned, and the ship will pulse also, and then pop them up even more. This actually helps you to get a nice little ground pickup from a distance. So let's say you're like back here, you throw that out. It's not going to pick up on grounded unless your hold D hits them on the ground. Your hold D will not always hit them on the ground very well, but one hit will actually hit someone rising up. It's not going to hit them pronate to the ground or anything, but when someone's rising up, the hold D will hit them. And then you can dash into that. If your timing is really good and your positioning is really good, you can ground lift off this. So I'm trying. It's actually easier than it looks, but it's not super duper easy, but there it is. There's a little mini ground pickup for you, but there's a lot easier options than doing that, but that gets you a basic juggle as compared to the other options. So that's something to keep in mind. It's really cool. So moving on to the dash attacks. 4 hit dasher, 2, 3, 4. 4th hit does a nice little stun feint. This will also lift off feints just like your basics, but you don't get as much out of that as compared to the basic attacks, unless someone has a headband, which will ruin your 3rd hit. That might be the worst option. You can also hold D out of your dash as well. And by the way, you can actually jump cancel out of your gun mode to not utilize your passive at all. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Jump attacks, so you got a 3-hit jumper. 3rd hit will do a nice little arcing shot that will stun feint someone. First 2 hits are just little flinchers, and you have plenty of time to work with this. So I'm going to show you like the leeway behind it. So 1, 2, 3. You can be very slow with this. You don't have to press it really fast like some jump attackers. You can also double jump on the character to give yourself a little bit more of a wide angle on the laser beam, which will help you get that set up there. pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And if you have someone airborne when you do this jump attack, the second hit will do a little bounce down. So that little bounce down out of the air is going to be very important. We'll get to that in a moment here. So air hold D, this is one of your best attacks, air hold D. One shot will actually lift them off the ground in the air, and you can actually, you know, do it off a double jump as well. And this floats for a while. Even if you don't use it too, you keep your passives. So you can do it up to 5 times once again. There you go. And you can still do your hold D off of this. So it becomes really easy to get that drop situation set up there. So it's really easy off that. So that's really powerful right there. That's really powerful. And you can still jump cancel off of this. So shoot them a few times, then you can kind of get a nice little setup there. It works really, really nicely. It works really nicely. So the ideal way to combo off this guy, I believe, would be, you know, getting a nice setup with your dash attack here. 1, 2, 3. Doing the hold D like this. And then you can do 1, 2, 3, 3. And there you go. That's a guaranteed reset. He couldn't get up off of that. And you can probably do that a few times, to be honest, as long as your passive meter holds up. He can do some long combos. He can do some scary long combos. And, you know, the dash attack in the air, the bounce down is important. You do a couple shots, and that gives you plenty of time to set that up right there. So we're going to try another reset here. 2, 3, 4. I probably needed to do 4 there in order to get that hit, but you get the general idea. If you can get those shots off the bounce down, it will give you enough time to let your little bomb do another drop damage situation, as long as you can get them up into the right positioning before the bomb. That bounce down, though, is what really triggers that, so it's really nice. So defensive properties on Predator, he does have a counterattack. It's rather slow. 1, 2. It's a simple 2-hitter. Launches them into the air. Not too bad. He also has his armor, which works as a kind of defensive mechanic. If he gets hit up to 3 times, it's going to bring out that little ship and pulse out. And this lasts a while too, so it's kind of a really nice defensive gear while using some offensive off the defensiveness of it. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So he has counter and the armor there. His weapon skill. You fly up into your ship. You can do some pulses like so, and that can set up your hold D in the air situation. It's kind of unusual. It gives you plenty of time to fly around and everything, so it lasts quite a while. So you can see like that. So we're just going to, you know, cruise around. Fantastic voyage. Slide, slippity slide. So yeah, this is going to last a while. So if you wanna have a little bit of fun, carry your teammates around, this is the hero for you. This weapon skill is just intense. It's intense. Then you can fire it off a few shots. It's fun. But it doesn't end there. The fun does not end there. So you can do this like this. You can hold D off of this. Then boom, you have a bomb, and it will do drop damage. So pretty nice. Armor, once again, it gives a little bit of a speed buff as well, and it gives that defensive property as well. So armor is very good, and you can cancel it at any time too. Helmet's a weird gear. It's kind of got the same concept as the you can kind of glitch people around with this thing. It's kind of unusual. But yeah, you can press your D to fire out lasers at people or carry your teammates around. It travels pretty quickly. It's okay. And trinket skill, this works a little bit like what's her name's Valkyrie's armor, I believe it was. You turn invisible, you do these little shock waves, and there you go. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. You can do that up to 3 times if you position it correctly. Pretty simple and straightforward. Pretty nice. So that'll do it for the skills, and that'll do it for Predator, guys. So this guy, he is really good for a ranged hero. So the air hold D is definitely one of the most powerful parts of the character. If you don't have a recovery, that bomb is going to hit you almost every time. And you have the nice little resets, which adds a little bit of skill to the character. But once you learn that bounce down timing, there's pretty much nothing to it, really. I mean, you do the 3rd hit basic bounce down. Then you go into the air hits, and then you reset it with that right there. Let's try to get it again for giggles. I don't know if I got the timing correct. Oh, I guess I did. So this looks kind of like a potential infinite. I don't know. It seems like I could do this over and over. Yeah, it looks like I could do that over and over. It looks like an infinite to me, to be honest. It does look like an infinite. But who am I to say? Who am I to say? But yeah, he's a pretty intense hero. He's got a lot of great stuff. He's got some good pushback on this here. And this bomb, again, is a guard breaker, so it creates a nice little pressure situation if someone's blocking too much. Or a nice little reset from an ice status or anything like that. And if you get like something like a flame status, you can actually do that from a distance and just get the non-targeted pickup. So you know, he has a lot of great options of what he does just off that whole D, and it recharges very quickly too, so don't discount that. So that's Predator, guys. I know it's a little disappointing that it may be disappointing to some of you guys that it's not the alien Predator, but he's still a pretty predatory predator. So thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you next video, and take care.